How you going, champions? Gonna repair a couple of pedals today, or at least diagnose them. So, let's fire up the power supply. Give them a bit of juice. Give them some signal. Got my crappy little homemade amp here. Testing it out. Built that thing like 6 years ago or something. Signal generator in. Amplifier out. We've got signal. That's bypassed. Just spiked my finger then, that was fun. So yeah, none of the controls do anything, it's bypassed. That's an Xotic Effects USA AC booster. So I guess it's the top booster, I don't know. It's not that exotic if you ask me, another booster pedal. But anyway. So the report on this one was that it may have a faulty input jack. There's something funky going on there. Actually, I think that might be the power jack. Sort of got to keep the little chassis firm to the bench and move stuff around, see what affects it. Yeah, I think that's the power jack playing up, not the input, but probably just needs a clean. So the contacts in there get a little bit corroded. Kind of hard to see. The pin's usually fine, it's the wiping contact that goes on the outside. You can see there it's supposed to be nice and shiny, but there it's like black on the inside. So I'll put that one aside. Next we've got a Timmy input. That's 9 volts, yep, same polarity, yep, lights on. This one was reportedly the switch playing up. So it's turning on and off. You can hear a bit of crackling there. Yeah, so I've had that once before where the switch seems to be fine, but it's the contacts are probably a little bit corroded. Sorry if that tone's deafening you. So it looks like a new switch on that one. I'll turn the tone down. That's a particularly piercing tone at 1 kilohertz. Go to 400. So I don't know much about these pedals and you know what their claim to fame is, but they're overdrives. Looks like you got switchable, possibly switchable clipping diodes on that one. When we open it up, providing it's not gooped, we'll find out what they're doing. This one was just reported, that's a Fulltone Fulltone 2 Mosfet, another overdrive pedal slash boost. It's he just said it's glitchy, so being that it's an analog pedal, I'm assuming that means it's cutting out or something. Alright, so we're on there. Pot's pretty stiff. That all the knobs are cracked. Looks like from being over tightened or just copping it. It's pretty dirty. Everything seems to be working though. The pot's a little scratchy. What was that? Ah. Oh. The switch is jammed. Can't flick it back and forth. It's literally a little toggle switch is stuck. That one's working. That's the boost. Right. Standard and Mosfet. Alright, so at least a new switch. It looks like the foot switches are working fine. New toggle switch, I mean. That's one of the it doesn't have a nut on it, it's just mounted to the circuit board. I'll turn that down, it's getting annoying. So I might have to order a part for that, because or we might be able to retrofit just a standard switch with a little hex nut on it, like usual. Pretty solid, pressed steel. Anyway, let's start taking them apart from the AC booster on. Forgot to put my phone on silent like I always do. Let's crack this one open. It's got the Velcro there for his pedal board. 2 screws missing. I've got replacements of them. I'll pop 2 more in. So how are we all doing? The old lockdown beard's getting longer. What do you reckon? Gotta start brushing the mustache now. Gets annoying when I eat. Oh, you cockheads. Gooped. So, every time I see this, I think the person who built it is a wanker. I don't care, there's no excuses for it. If you do it, you're a wanker. You've got no respect for your customer. You're probably ripping other people off. You've got an inflated sense of self-importance, and you're just a cock. So this makes diagnosis of a failing circuit impossible. You've also got electrolytics under there which will fail in time, so you can't replace them easily or at all. You can dig the shit off and find out. I mean, it's a boost pedal, come on. There's nothing new under the sun. Like, it's an op amp, couple of op amp gain stages. Like, if you think that's groundbreaking and original, well, come on, man. The other thing is, it's probably stolen off other ideas, so they hide it so you can't see the values are directly ripped off someone else. So it's obfuscating the fact that they're stealing other people's ideas and disguising that motive as being afraid of other people stealing their ideas. So it's lying. It's contempt for the customer because you don't give a fuck if they can repair their thing or not. You just want their money and then off they go. I don't know, it just really pisses me off when people do this. It's a pedal. Like, you think you're a genius for making a boost pedal. Come on. No one's gonna steal your friggin' ideas, mate. No one gives a shit. Anyway, moving on. So there's a little bit of Band-Aid material there over the battery clip. And, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with the circuit board on this one anyway. It probably just needs a new connector. But again, they've done weird stuff there. They've got a cable tie, they've glued it. They've got, looks like cyanoacrylate, the super glue all over the nut. So that's probably not coming off. We'll probably have to absolutely butcher it to get it off. So I'm probably just going to send this one back because, really, the soldering's shit. So whoever made it, they're hiding their grand secrets. Well, they didn't hide this one, that they're soldering shit, so the rest of it's probably shit too. But hey, it sounds okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll just get something in there and clean that contact and then call it a day. I'll clean the jacks as well. They're just your average Switchcraft jacks. And I think the circuit will be fine. We can't... could probably give the pots a bit of a clean as well while we're there, but the screw's covered in goop, so I'm pretty tempted to not do that either. Yeah, joy. Anyway, on to Timmy. Timmy! So, this is the one with the faulty foot switch. Put those screws over there so we don't forget them. Again, it's got the Velcro on the back from the pedal board to secure it to the deck. Alright, see? Nice builder. Nice builder. Well made circuit board. I've used a socket for the IC, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it does make it easy to remove. I've got, looks like maybe even Panasonic caps. And it's reasonably well built. Cool. Good on you, Paul C Audio. Nice wiring, well wired switch, very nicely routed wires, and yeah, nice soldering, proper terminations, no tack soldering, no excessive jacketing removed, no melting of the jacket like on the Xotic FX USA one. That's proper good soldering. Whoever did that knows what they're doing. That's what you like to see. But we've got to replace that switch anyway. I've got to check that I've got some of them in stock actually. We might be ordering that one as well. So it'll make for a pretty boring video. Alright, I'll set that aside. Have a look in the box after I've checked out this one. Now, how do we get in this? 4 screws there, folded there. Yep, so just these 4. Ooh, it's a bit reamed over. Someone's given it a bit of a look before. Someone's played knifey spoony before. Might replace those screws. Someone's reamed the heads out, probably with a drill. Might have been like that from the factory, who knows. Bit of spring tension there on the box. Alrighty. Yeah, someone's replaced a switch in this. You can see one switch, the one on the left there. That's from the factory. Why does the camera zoom so far that it can't focus? Anyway, that's well wired. Very nice soldering, well routed. That one, not so much. So someone's replaced that switch and they're a different colour. It is functional though, but I'll just check that there's no little pubes hanging out about to short anything out. So for this one, the switch in the middle is mounted, get me chopstick, with those little pins there. So that's the switch we want to change. The one over there is fine, it's under the jack. So to get to that, we've got to remove a bunch of stuff. And I don't think I've got any of those switches in stock, but we'll have to remove it anyway to measure the switch to know what to order. So they're Allen keys set screws. Metric. Yep. Burn it, you reckon, Paul? So Ben, you've had one of those one of those pedals before, have you? Oops. Get the tube socket. I'm going to have to remove those jacks as well. And oh, they're weird pots. I would not want to replace one of them. Check the pots out. They've got like a collar, and the shaft goes all the way through, and they're like, oh, so it's just a long shaft pot. But yeah, that's not something you'd want to replace. Finding pots, PCB pots that have the wires going that way in the first place that's hard enough how it is, let alone this crazy thing. So it's anyway, let's just be glad we don't have to replace any pots. DR. Possibly a Chinese brand. Anyway, we'll grab another socket, half incher. Jesus, oh, that one was tight. I'll have to take the switches off too. Foot switches, I mean. Yep. If you work on pedals and stuff and things, you should get yourself a decent set of tube sockets. These are Draper from Mectronics, electronics wholesaler. And they're, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks a set. Got one metric, one imperial. They're a little bit loose on the seat chrome handle. I don't know if they're tight on a Draper handle, but you know, they don't fall off. They just sort of jiggle around a bit. Just check the LEDs are free. Sometimes they put a dab of glue on them. Got some bus wire connecting those jacks to the circuit board, so they're a little bit tough to remove. She's a compact little unit. I've jammed it tight. So how do we get those pots out? Need another coffee. So I'm gonna have to remove the bloody DC jack. This is quickly turning into a nightmare. Okay. So I've got to desolder it. Freaking hell. Just to change one switch. I've got to take every part out. That's the quickest way to do this. I'll take a quick photo for the wiring, because there's no indication on the circuit board what is what. And desolder them. Yay. want to melt anything in the process. Come on, champ. Make some more solder. Can't get to it. I don't know how they assembled this thing. Snip. Nothing's ever easy, eh? So, because of the pots have to come out, well, almost perpendicular to the chassis, but the DC jack is stopping me from doing that, so that's got to come out. To get that out, it's got a plastic hex nut on it, and it's hidden by this lip here, so we can't get a spanner on it. Though we can try it. Well, I don't know how they assembled this thing. Honestly, they make life hard for themselves, and then whoever has to fix it. Gotcha. Oh, man. Can't believe this. Gotcha, little asshole. So, we finally get the circuit board out. In theory. What am I missing here? I don't know, it's just like literally that's how you get it in. So look at the angle of approach. I think that was a lucky. I don't reckon they planned that. You can just get that pot in past that lip, and it's reasonably tight. Whoever designed this, like, they're just making life hard for themselves and using expensive parts for no reason. Yeah.
I've never seen one of those pots before.
That's the nut, that whole assembly there. Anyway, so
We've got to our switch that we need to replace.
that one there, she's not toggling. So we'll desolder that, we'll take some measurements, we'll get one on order. They got Nichicon caps. Nice board. No goop, which is good. And yeah, so we'll get one of those caps on, switches on order, and when it comes in we'll just pop it in, put it back together. So there we go. Can't really repair anything because I need some parts. So that's it from me. What a boring video. Anyway, I hope you're doing well and not going too crazy in lockdown. I'll try to produce some more interesting videos for you in the future for your viewing pleasure. If you come up with any ideas too, let me know. If there's anything you would like to see, comparisons or that kind of thing, just let us know, and in that 3 spare minutes a week that I have, I'll try and make it happen. So take it easy, champions, and have a good Friday and a good weekend.